Hey, it's Drew Neiser with another Tuesday tip. There's a lot of challenge in the old days, this battle between sales and marketing. I've got a number of CMOs who are here to tell you that that battle is over, and the reasons why. So, and if you're having that challenge, they're going to give you a tip. So let's start with Grant Johnson, CMO of Embers. Grant, what's your tip for breaking down sales and marketing?
The CRO and the CMO agree that we're not two different departments. We're the go-to-market function, and we either succeed and reach our growth target or we fall short together.
Together. So there's one set of metrics, and that's a great place to start. Okay, next up, Melanie Marcus of SureScript. Melanie, what is your tip for bridging this gap here?
Sure, set your goals together, communicate, deliver, communicate, deliver, communicate, deliver.
I love that because it really is a pretty simple. You were not in silos. You're connected at the hip. So we have to have these conversations, and you have to deliver on your promises. So if you make a commitment to your marketing, your sales counterparts, you better deliver on it. Okay, Denise Brody, CMO of Appian. Denise, what's your tip?
The go-to-market function is no doubt a team sport. And with any team sport, it takes everyone to be successful, right? So if sales comes in and owns the overall, let's say ARR or revenue, then marketing should own all pipeline. It doesn't matter where it's sourced. At the end, we are here really to work together and play the sport together as an entire team.
It is a team sport. And I love that notion. And as you're listening to this tip, ask yourself, do you marketing accept all responsibility for pipeline? Okay, let's now go to Marie Carvalhosa. Marie from M Files. What's your tip here?
Agree on the total partnership, and something we discussed today. There's no longer a marketing handoff. There is nurture all along the funnel. So there's no longer a point at which you hand off and say we're done.
Now I love so I remember these conversations. But hey, we've been piling in the MQLs.
Right.
What is so interesting now is you won't hear a savvy CMO say MQL as an important metric. It's all about really SQLs. Okay, next up, Katie Risch of Centro. Katie, what's your tip?
So my tip is around access. I think looking at, there's no longer tools that maybe just marketing should be using or just sales should be using as a source of data or a source of truth. Align on those tools, align on what data sets are important, align on what your ideal customer profile looks like, and really function as one revenue team.
Oh, that's such a great tip. And there are a couple of things that getting those metrics right and a shared source of truth. And I've noticed in some trends is that some CMOs and sales department has a separate group that is responsible for that single source of truth. Okay, Michelle Beebe, Skillsoft, what's your tip?
Yeah, so my tip is, you know what, take a walk in your partner's shoes. If you actually haven't carried a bag or, held a quota, might be time to actually give yourself one, even if you can't actually do that. But I think it really is important to understand and have empathy for your partners, whether you're in marketing or sales.
It's such an important thing. And I think it's in some cases, maybe you own a client relationship, but being there and doing it and trying to make a sale and maybe failing one time and having a lot more empathy is going to make you much more effective in your role. Okay, bringing up the rear, Caroline Jens Falding, tell me, what's your tip from Aptology?
Michelle just took mine.
Oh no!
That's what I get for being last. I would have said just walk in each other's shoes for a day. I think it's always an illuminating experience to just switch even for a day to understand what it's like to be all the way at the bottom and what it is to try to create throughout. And doing so not only creates empathy, but I think insights. So it's the, feeling the qualitative through direct experience.
And I love that point, and I'm going to just thank all of you for that great tips. And that's your Tuesday tip. Go make it happen. Get alignment with your sales team. And if you don't, you just haven't been paying attention.